can't talk about anything from whether socialism is a good idea and workable to whether the minimum wage helps people at the bottom of the income distribution without understanding this stuff, right? So I think that the problem in these debates is that there's a lot of noise, right? And there's, if you kind of get your news from Twitter, everybody's talking about Twitter right now, right? But you know, whatever a tweet is allowed to be, however many characters, I don't really know, but whatever that's allowed to be, if that's the source of all your information on policy, then you probably don't know a lot about policy, right? Because it's not kind of a world where we can really digest a lot of information. So I think there's a lot of noise. And I want to kind of take us down, kind of clear out the noise and talk about the fundamentals. So what are those fundamentals? One, this is always true everywhere, always has been true everywhere, and that is to say that we live in a world of scarce resources. So if a lot of hands went up when I asked if you've taken econ or if you're an econ major, you probably talked about this in the first week. Maybe you talked about it on the first day. We live in a world of scarcity. And that's important because it means that the resources that we desire have multiple and competing ends. The resources we want have multiple ends that compete with one another, right? So, you know, in North Carolina, loggers woke up today and they went out into the forest and they did their job, which is to cut down trees. Did you know that trees can make 5,000 different consumer products? 5,000. Now lots of different trees can do different things, right? But what I know for sure is that one tree cannot be transformed into all 5,000 of those different consumer products, right? So you have to choose. The tree can be a table, it can be printer paper, it can be toilet paper, it can be paper towels, it can be napkins, it can be lots of things, but it can't be all the things because it's finite and limited, right? So this is a really big problem when we think about economies. But we're not even there yet. We're not at the macro. We're at the micro. Resources are scarce. We're going to have to choose, right? Everything bears a cost. Every single thing bears a cost. There's, you know, another thing you might have heard in econ is there's no such thing as a free lunch. I won't let my kids use the word free. They think I'm really weird. But I'm trying to kind of hammer in this idea, right? So you can say things are zero price. So if I said, hey, there's like a lot of people in this room. If I said, hey guys, tell me where the nicest restaurant is, and right after this, I'm going to take you to dinner. They'd be like, wow, there's 100 people charging us on a whatever night this is, right? Like, this is crazy. And I said, I'm buying for you. It's not free, is it? I mean, you're not paying for the dinner, but what are you paying in? Your time, which is your most precious resource, right? Now, any good economist would tell you, as close as you can get things to free, we should strive for that, right? Free is awesome. That's, I think, why advertisers understand this, like our desire to get things for nothing, right? And so when you go in the store, what do you see? BOGO. What does BOGO mean? Buy one, get one, right? Are you getting one free? No. What are you getting? A discount. Are discounts good? Yes, we like discounts, right? So we're not anti-discount and we're not anti-getting things at the lowest possible cost, but nothing is in fact free. This is very easy for us to reconcile with, right? Because there's a limited amount of money in your bank account right now, right? There's not an unlimited amount. So when you go spend money at the grocery store or on Amazon or whatever, there's a limit. You kind of hit the wall when you run out of the resources, right? This is also true not just in our personal lives, but it's true of governments. Governments have limited resources. This is why this economic idea has to carry into not just our private lives, but our public lives, which includes activities within the state.